Recording.
Okay, hello folks. We're going to take you through Real Estate Development 101. The very first thing we're going to do is go through projections. How do we come up with a set of projections? So first off, we're going to buy something. And in order to make money in real estate, anything you're going to buy, you're going to have to do something to. If you're buying a piece of dirt, you're going to build a building. If you buy an existing building, you're probably going to renovate the building. Now, if you happen to be buying a building that's already occupied and already renovated, there's still ongoing costs. So the first one we're going to do is the basics of what to do with a piece of dirt or a building in need of substantial renovation. So the first thing we have is our buy, okay, which is a dollar amount. The second thing we have is our construction. The third thing we have is our professionals. The fourth thing we have is the cost of money. And the fifth thing we have is the carrying cost. Now we're going to break these down in more detail, but let me just take you through the very beginning of this subject. When we buy something, there's more than just the purchase price involved. In order to buy it, we have to do the purchase price. We have a lawyer. We have title insurance. We have transfer taxes. We may have brokerage commissions. Usually brokerage commissions are paid by the seller, but in some instances the buyer may pay them. And you have every other little tax that goes along with buying a piece of property, which changes state by state and city by city. So when we're thinking about buying, okay, we can never make a mistake buying. You can't overpay. Now, let's talk about construction. Construction is probably where everybody goes wrong. Now, the thing about buying a piece of property is the day you buy it, when you finish buying it, you know what it cost you. Unless you made a big mistake and forgot to pay some tax, or you didn't get the right title insurance. But you know what it is. Construction is your biggest variable. Anybody who's ever been involved or read the papers or been involved in a house renovation, the littlest construction often goes awry. So make no mistake about it. Construction is the most important part of real estate. Because it doesn't just have to do with how you get a piece of dirt to a finished building, and it doesn't just have to do with taking a finished building and renovating it. After it's finished, every year there's some component of construction, also called maintenance. So remember, construction is always the biggest issue to be addressed in real estate. And I don't care if it's your own personal house or an investment property, not only getting it finished and getting it finished appropriately and getting it finished with the appropriate quality, but then it's about the ongoing maintenance every year. And that's something that people forget, even in their own homes. You need to maintain your boiler, you need to maintain your roof. Because these things save you money in the long run. Now, then you have your professionals, okay? You've got your architect, your engineer. You may have an interior decorator. You may have a real estate consultant. So we have all of those things, and we will get into those. Then we have the cost of money. The cost of money involves the bank, may involve investors, may involve multiple banks and multiple investors, depending on your transaction and the size of your transaction. And then we have carrying costs. Carrying costs are what we call the cost to carry the property before we put it into operation. So carrying costs include things like utilities, taxes, insurance, things where a bill comes every month and you got to pay it. So now we're going to break down these in a little bit more detail. Can you stop?
Mm-hmm.